Hello. I'm Microsoft Sam. And I will be playing the Mata-Nui online game. First, I find I am on a beach, which is devoid of all people but me. I either partied my ass off last night, or this is just the worst beach trip in the history of the world. Suddenly, I spot a blue robot dude in the distance. I click my way over to him, to find out that he is a she. And she is upset, because her buddies were all partying hard and then some giant lizard dude tells them to keep it down. And now they are trapped underwater in a house made of seaweed. So she's come back crying to me, a total stranger, asking me to save her friends. With little choice, I end up stealing her boat and heading off towards her home, which I know how to get to, despite not having any memory of this place. In order to get into her village, I have to put stones into this clam, and then, as if by magic, the door then opens. Once inside the village, I find it has been totally trashed. Man, these blue Matorans sure know how to party. I find this machine over in the distance that seems to do fuck all at the moment. But then I realize, holy shit, there's a pipe in the sea. Maybe, if I talk down it, someone will answer back. And by luck, someone does. She tells me about a lightstone in her house. But because this is the offline version of the game, I already have my own lightstone, and she doesn't have one. So she's also a liar as well as a party animal. Man, what a bitch. So anyway, I head underwater to try and find the missing machine piece, which is hidden amongst lots of cod-like starfish, just my luck. Only now I can see the blue Matoran trapped in the underwater house. And I realize I have to get them out, before a big daddy comes and kills them for their atom. So I head back to the surface to put the cog back in the machine, which magically makes the underwater house, which is made of seaweed, float to the surface. I thought seaweed floated naturally. But anyway, suddenly the giant lizard dude comes back and shouts, "Hey you kids, what have you told you about running around upstairs? Am I gonna kick your ass?" But then suddenly, Tony Stark arrives to fight the lizard dude. A fight then breaks out between the two of them. And everyone stands around watching, because it's not every day you see a grumpy lizard getting their ass kicked by a superhero. So, once the fight is over, everyone continues their lives like nothing happened. So I know my work here is done, and then head off for my next destination. A desert which is the home to this nomad guy, who sells crap to nobody. So then I click my way all the way through this ass-eating desert to get to the next village. There I find everyone has got AIDS. So I make it my job to cure the AIDS of this desert village. Wow, a desert village stricken with AIDS. Come on Lego, that's just tasteless. So anyway, I go to play soccer with this lonely dude and find out he has AIDS too, so decide to run away. But then I realize he leaves his ball behind. I take a closer look, to see he also has AIDS. Man, is there anything that doesn't have AIDS in this damn town? So anyway, I take the AIDS ball to the leader of the village, who wears some fancy socks, and tells me I need to find out where these balls are coming from. No wonder he's amazed, nobody in the Bionicle universe has balls. So I go to this shop, where this dude is selling his balls. He tells me his balls come from a secret source, and I'm like, oh dude. I don't want to know what kind of secret source your balls are made from. So I steal this key he just leaves lying around and travel back through the desert to this cave. Inside the cave, I use the key to find a giant scorpion protecting its balls. But then, Chuck Norris comes through the door and gives the scorpion a game of soccer, which results in its house getting destroyed. Whoops. I hope he was with Churchill Home Insurance. Suddenly, Chuck Norris then just abandons me in the desert, not even offering me a ride home, which has speed powers. So I walk through the same goddamn desert again to get back to the village. Only, now the AIDS has been cured within a few minutes of me being away. So I talk to the leader again, and as gratitude for saving his village from a deadly viral disease, he gives me a wooden pen. WTF. You'd think I would get something more useful than this piece of shit. I mean, what if the giant scorpion comes back and realizes I'm the one who wrecked his house and tries to kill me? What do I do then? Point him to death. So, after I solve the problems of that ungrateful village, I head towards a large mountain, where Cletus says I can get into a dark tunnel, if I ride a crab between my legs. Man, these cave-dwelling hillbillies sure have weird entertainment. So I get into the mountain to find the leader is being harassed by the Trade Federation. So I decide to head to the mines to solve their problem too. In the deep mine, I find a large thing. There this dude gives me a piece of paper with crap written on it saying I should take it to an astrologer. Yeah, 'cause everyone knows an astrologer, don't they? So I head all the way back to the Blue Matoran village, just to give some goddamn astrologer some piece of goddamn paper. She gives me a large spike in return. For God's sake, what is it with these bionicles and their pointy things? I wish I could tell them, I don't swing that way. So anyway, I head back to the beach and walk through the fire village, where some dude tells me I'll be needing a surfboard. And I'm like, dude, you laid around a volcano. A surfboard is the least likely thing of any practical use. But then I discover the surfboard goes over lava, which is dangerous as shit, but apparently he does it all the time. What a psycho. So, after I lava surf across the lava, suddenly the caves are filled with lightstones. Holy crap, those miners are bloody fast. So I continue on my way to Onukoro only to end up going the wrong way and find myself near a digging site. Holy crap, this looks dangerous. But after talking to some dude, he digs his way through to the jungle. He asks if he can tag along, and I tell him to kiss my ass, but end up dragging him along anyway. Only halfway there, he gets kidnapped by a giant beagle. Haha, what a dumbass. Having gotten over the loss of my temporary companion, I climb into the trees to meet the monkey men. Only, after I get their attention, I accidentally attract the attention of a nearby giant hive of beagle. So they all unleash their giant birds to fight the beagle. Yeah, this is a game where you fly a giant bird to kick some beagle ass. Only it turns out I'm not flying, and I'm just throwing boomerangs at incoming enemies. Damn rail shooters. So after powerhousing our way through an endless barrage of beagle, we eventually end up at the big ass hive. So once we get to the hive, we're suddenly attacked by something green, and our bird falls to its death. All of a sudden, the green dude appears from nowhere, and it becomes clear he's no longer a good guy. But thankfully, the ground starts rumbling and Samuel Jackson comes to save our asses. A fight breaks out between Samuel and the green dude, which is arguably the most epic fight in the game hands down. During the fight, Mr. Green's face gets smashed off, but then he regains his real face, and proceeds to shut his boot up beagle's ass before transporting the rest of the village, which consists of only 4 or 5 people. Man, those beagles sure know how to hire workers. So then everybody in the village begins to celebrate, and their leader gives me a flute, which I can use to summon a giant bird of my very own to fly anywhere I want. Alright, finally I don't have to walk everywhere like a chump. Only I realize the bird can only take me to places I've been to. God damn it. Goddamn lazy ass bird. So I end up back at Cletus's house, and ride the same damn crab back into the same damn village. There, I head back to the mine and place the pointy thing into the slot to make it open. Wow, this game is just one big innuendo. Inside, I find some dude's face. Need I say more? After backtracking my way out of the caves, I go back to the fire village for my next instructions.